Circle Back Around is kind of based off of this story my father talks about, where he is getting chased by the cops as a young kid because he got caught stealing. And it kind of signifies this point in his childhood that was quite poignant, where because he ended up getting caught by the cops. It started this interaction between him and his mom and social workers. And he eventually got taken away from his mom for a year living with his aunt. And it's just, when I was reading and watching about this entire kind of story that he's telling about his life, it just really hit home in terms of how that informs your kind of outlook in life, like being taken away from your parents. Eventually he did end up going back to his mom, which thankfully, and it just really hit home in terms of understanding yourself and your view on the world, and how, when that happens to you when you're really young, how that kind of can skew your view of things. And the music video kind of plays on that story a bit, in terms of having this amazing young man we found, who's an amazing contemporary dancer, and kind of dancing to the song in his own interpretive way, but also running from the cops, and just how that kind of tying in also with my home and with me, and just it being a whole kind of full circle moment, because it's called Circle Back Around. So yeah. The Scars music video was really fun to create. It's it's like kind of taking off on this story that my father talks about being bullied as a kid, and how he had to face these bullies in order for them to kind of stand down and leave him alone. And the music video kind of takes, again, that story, but we changed it so that it was about this girl instead of this man or this boy. And so this girl is kind of like experiencing the same thing. She's being bullied by people, and she ends up having to kind of like face them and get scuffed up. But like eventually the whole message of the song is that like you may have scars and burning and exploding, but you're also growing from these things. And making the music video was fun. Like I flew back to Vancouver to make it. I love making the music videos back at home in Canada. My whole team, the music video team is there as well. And we ended up, like, part of it, like we kind of had the idea that it was going to be more of like a spring kind of music video, but when we got there was a huge snowfall, but we just kind of went with it. We're just like, okay, so there's going to be snow in the mountains, and that's what we're doing. And it was pretty funny. Like, dancing in the snow is really hard. But yeah, it was really fun. It was a fun experience. Oh gosh, yeah, like the Spotify Canvas and such, they're all like home videos that are also within the Circle Back Around music video. And yeah, especially like the ones of like me as a kid, like dancing and stuff. It's just, I think, really, it kind of just shows the warmth and love that was within my family, and just also understanding multiple layers of who I am, and thus who I am as an artist. So yeah. Yeah, so my background is in biology and ecology. I did my master's in environmental toxicology. And so a lot of, I just try in every way that I can to be environmentally conscious, even though I know I'm a touring DJ. So I definitely have a large carbon footprint, so that can't be avoided. But the little things like making an album that is more environmentally conscious was pretty high up on my list of to-dos. And luckily, my label, Ninja Tune, they are just super supportive. they're just great. And they really kind of took, like, I was like, oh, how can we make this as environmentally sustainable as possible? And so they kind of really went through all like the processes of making an album and trying to make it more environmentally friendly. So the album of Guy, literally from like the type of cardboard we used. We also use as little as cardboard as possible. The cardboard's recycled. The type of ink we use is like less toxic for the environment. And then the actual vinyl. So obviously vinyl is not the most environmentally friendly item. And so what we did is we used recycled vinyl. So that means they took like all this old vinyl and kind of like put it in a pot and use that to press the new vinyl, which just is, I think, really cool, because then when someone buys the album, their vinyl that they get is unique to them. There's no other vinyl that looks just like that. So they all come in different colors and different blends of colors. And it's just like, I don't know, it just seems like a really nice added touch to the whole kind of vinyl experience. So yeah. Oh yeah, well, I was really nervous to come back to Boiler Room. I hadn't done it since 2017, so it had been almost 6 years since I played Boiler Room. So it was definitely a moment in time to come back to Boiler Room, and I'm just really, really thankful that people have received the set so well. It just has warmed my heart to no end that people just still love hearing me play and have connected with the songs and connected with the music that I'm playing. And yeah, it just was really validating in a lot of ways, and very fun as well. So yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They've been really positive. Excuse me. Like, the audience has just been really receptive and just really, I don't know, it's just they've been paying attention. They know when the new tracks are being played and are interacting with it and singing along and like putting their hands in the air and dancing along. So it's just been really wonderful and awesome. I really wish, yeah. At this point, like, a lot of the shows are in Europe, but it's definitely on the list that I need to come back to Mexico, because it has been a long time. So let's definitely, hopefully sooner than later. So yeah. It's just, thanks for having me. And yeah, check out my new album, Guy. So yeah.